We got the O.J. on the stand yesterday.
Right. O.J. took the stand. Got a little emotional, I hear.
Yeah, he didn't talk back in, 2008?
No, he didn't talk at his murder trial. He didn't talk at his original armed robbery trial.
I think they got enough to give him another trial. I'm starting to think.
Yeah.
I know you strongly suggest that it's not going to happen, but now it's coming out he was pretty fucked up that day, but that never came out in the original trial.
What is that? That's an excuse? If you get fucked up, you can...
Well, it wasn't brought up, though.
Things.
It wasn't even brought up in the trial, is the point, I guess.
I don't want people to get a bad impression of me.
Showing that...
Like I drink.
Showing that his lawyer might not have been on top of the whole thing.
That's good.
Yeah. Here's the O.J. talking yesterday on the stand.
How often did you see him in person during the time that you knew him? When you weren't working?
Yeah, they're talking about O.J.'s attorney, because it's all about O.J.'s attorney. Yeah. You know, O.J. doesn't feel like he was represented properly.
No.
Working on the case anymore?
Not that often. From time to time, things in the tabloids would come up, and Yale had a relationship with people in the media, and he would go on various shows at times to refute many of the tabloid stories.
I'm in prison.
Okay, did you retain him for those purposes?
No.
All right.
With Yale, he sort of liked doing it, and he told me he did. Sometimes he was on shows I didn't even know he was on. But as I said, he had a good relationship with the media, and consequently, I was in the media a lot, so that gave him an opportunity to go on TV.
O.J. loves to laugh.
He's charming.
O.J. loves a good
charming.
laugh. Oh, you know, I was in the media. Oh, yeah.
We all know.
From when I killed my wife.
Yeah.
Right.
If you remember, back in the 90s, I had murdered 2 people brutally.
I was in the media a lot, as murderers tend to be.
Yeah.
Just laughing his way through life.
Oh, yeah.
What a great way to go through life. Just oblivious.
Yeah.
Everybody loves O.J.
Yeah,
everyone.
I know.
Everyone.
So
Remember
now
the old lady in the airport yelling, "Go, O.J., go!" She loved me. Everybody loved O.J.
O.J. talks about finding out about his stuff, and that it was in Vegas there. Yeah.
So tell me about what happened with the changing of the plan or the evolving of the plan.
I was going to kill the
Saturday.
other thing. The other plan. Oh, you almost got me on that one. Oh, you almost tripped me up.
You quick.
I believe it was the Saturday, Friday or Saturday before I came to Vegas, which was the following Wednesday, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday. I get a call from Ricio, and he's in a panic. He's telling me, "Hey, O.J., they're selling your stuff. He is your mother's stuff, your baby's stuff. This stuff, man, I can't believe you don't want this stuff. They're selling it." He was in New York, so I'm assuming they were selling it in New York. I said, well, I got mad at him and said, "Man, I ain't coming to New York. So, there's nothing I can do about it if they've done that. I'm not getting on a plane coming to New York." He said, "Well, man, I cannot believe that, I said, "Man, yes, I would love to have it." I said, "Look,
I would love to.
If whatever they haven't sold, you can get next week. I got to go to Las Vegas for a wedding. I'll fly to L.A. from Las Vegas. So try to get whatever's left, next week." And he said, "You coming to Vegas? You going to Vegas?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Let me call you back."
They're in Vegas.
Shortly, he called me back and said, "The stuff is in Vegas." And he said, "Well, what you want to do it in Vegas?" And I said, "Yeah."
Holy shit.
I say, yeah.
But it's creepy how he just laughs through it.
I was chipping golf balls, and and then I cut myself on a broken ashtray.
OJ's luck.
Oh, you know,
It's
if it was in New York, this never would have happened. I was going to Vegas for a wedding.
Man, if I didn't have good luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all.
Oh, man. A wedding, armed robbery, whatever.
Down for whatever.
That's why they call me the juice.
I'm the juice. I go with the flow.
Okay. And so with respect to the phone calls, what kind of advice was Mr. Galanter giving?
Well, the overall advice he gave me is you have a right to get your stuff. He gave me an example that if you were walking down the street and you saw your laptop with your name on it in a car, you can use the force to break the window of the car to get the laptop.
What? I know
He
this.
told me on not only then, but even the night before.
I don't think that's
Wait.
true, though.
His lawyer's basically saying you could do that to get your laptop back?
I don't think that's...
And if somebody's with your wife, you could kill them.
You can. My lawyer told me that if Ron Goldman is with your wife, you can slit their throats open. If he's driving a car with your name on the registration,
That's your car.
it's your car. You actually are obligated to murder the people.
No problem.
I don't think if you see a laptop in a car with your name on it,
You're allowed to just
that
forcibly
you can just break the window.
break the window and
take
grab your
it.
laptop back? I don't think so.
I don't think certain things for property. I know for like to protect life and limb,
Right.
you can, do some things where normally it would be considered maybe breaking and entering or something. But for property, I don't think you could do that. You could call the police.
I think you gotta just call the police. I think
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Your Honor, how was I to know that the driver of the car was also named OJ?
OJ, yeah.
My
I
name
saw
on it.
My name.
Where's this lawyer? This bumbling
I
lawyer?
don't know.
Is he going to talk in this case? He's still alive, right?
He would. I guess he.
I'm sure they'll call him.
he would have to
testify.
Probably.
Yeah.
He told me on not only then, but even the night before, that I couldn't go in a person's dwelling because that would be trespassing. And if they asked you
Excuse
to
me, Your
leave,
Honor.
you
At this
gotta-
juncture, Mr. Simpson is talking about a specific occasion, September 12th of 2013, which was, as Mr. Simpson would say, the night before. I would request that they state when and where this discussion took place and who was present.
That's just hearsay.
You keep your suggestions to yourself. OJ's talking.
OJ's talking. I'm just okay, whatever. All right, I know you object, and they say sustained, and I understand.
Yeah. I give you the date. I give you the date.
Yeah, all right. Can I go home now? Oh wait, I gotta go back to prison.
Yeah, he thinks it's his coming out party.
Yeah.
Would you mind real quick uncuffing my other hand?
Yes, I have to hold the thing down when I sign it.
He's just waiting for the party to begin.
Yeah.
Any moment they're going to come in with balloons and
Life's a party for OJ.
Right.
He
The
was.
dream team will be back defending him.
When the marshal put him in the seat, he was kind of like laughing with him, like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
He's gonna wake up in bed and fucking it'll be black and white, and Johnny Cochran will be next to him, and the rest of the dream team. And you were there, and you. Oh, I had a horrible dream.
Yeah, I was running a football right to it.
Come on.
OJ talks about celebrating and drinking before getting his stuff back. He had a big day of partying before they committed the crime.
The Juice had to celebrate.
That's right.
The night of September 12th, during that dinner, were you drinking alcohol?
Yes.
And did you go out and stay out after that dinner, or what'd
Well,
you do?
yeah, I was out. When I say out, I don't know if I left the hotel, but they have a number of clubs and bars in the hotel.
Okay. Did you become intoxicated at any point during that night
I was hammered.
or that evening?
You know, I wouldn't have gotten behind the wheel of a car.
Okay.
I'll rob a
So, yeah.
motherfucker.
How about a Bronco?
In Las Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas with a lot of friends, and I was meeting
I'd call
some
Al
relatives.
Cowlings to drive me. Al's a good driver. He drove me once before.
What do you expect? I'm in Las Vegas. Of course I'm going to celebrate. Plus, I got away with murder.
Yeah.
You think Ron Goldman is happy
I'm in Las-
today? hearing about OJ and his celebrations in Vegas.
Fred Goldman?
I mean, Fred.
Fred Goldman.
Ron Goldman. Would you be great at that?
That'd be funny.
Fucking Sam on Radio Through History.
Yeah.
That'd be great. The Lindbergh baby. No, it's Charles Lindbergh.
Charles.
Just call him the Lindbergh baby.
Missing baby.
Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas with a lot of friends, and I was meeting some relatives of Tom's, and yeah, we were in a very celebrative.
Okay, did you stay out late or get to bed early, or what'd you do?
We stayed out. I guess it was late.
So the next morning on the 13th, did you have any trouble getting up?
I couldn't. I couldn't get up to go. I had a golf game scheduled. But I
Of
couldn't
course.
get up.
He loves golf.
So I want to talk about your activities on the 13th. What'd you do after you got up? What time did you get up to your knowledge?
I think it was rather late, and I stayed in the room and, just didn't feel like getting up. And I kind of laid around for a while.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think about midday or so, I went down and had a late breakfast.
Did you have, let me ask you, did you have any alcohol with your breakfast?
I think I had a Bloody Mary or two.
A Bloody Mary or two.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
Bloody Mary, Jesus.
He drank the night before. He was too hungover to get up.
Right.
Yeah.
So then he finally gets up around noonish or whatever, and then has breakfast, but he's got to suck down that Bloody Mary.
A Bloody Mary or two.
It is Vegas, though.
But see, the cluelessness of OJ, his
Yeah,
favorite drink in the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I had a
When
Bloody
you-
Nicole. I mean Mary.
Bloody Mary, of course.
Yes.
When you avoid the Bloody Mary,
Yeah.
if you got away with double homicide.
Exactly.
I had a bloody murder.
Oops, it's a Freudian slip. Give me the mimosa instead.
Exactly. Avoid bloody.
Yeah.
Avoid bloody.
At all costs.
Avoid everything. You got away with double murder.
Oh, OJ.
Yeah, don't go to Vegas and stay up all night drinking and then drink all day. Just stay home.
No, avoid Vegas. Avoid ordering Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys, and then going out on an armed robbery romp.
Knowing
Excuse
what
me.
you got away with.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was drunk. Is that ever a good excuse for a robbery? Has that ever worked? Like in a fucking court of law that I was just a little too drunk to understand it was wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, the point they're trying to make, it was just never brought up originally. Because it shows his frame of mind. I don't know if it's going to help him, but... and he continued celebrating.
So do you know what time you get to the pool?
About midday, I think 12 or 1 maybe.
Okay, and at the pool, are you having any alcohol?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And how much were you drinking, if you can remember?
Well, I had a joke that my doctor says I should never have an empty glass, is what I would tell the waitress.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Him and the doctor just joking around. What'd the coroner tell you about the decapitated wife?
Oh, well.
That's the best.
I'm down by the pool.
Well, I have a sex on the beach and a murder at my wife's house.
Yeah, let me have some of that.
Just kidding.
Keep them coming.
It's
My
the juice.
doctor says.
Yeah, Bloody Mary with some blonde hair mixed in.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a decapitated wife.
If you can look past the double murder, he's just the
He's
best.
charming. He's hilarious.
Just the greatest.
Imagine drinking poolside with the juice. That would be fucking great.
Sure.
I had a joke. Wait till you hear this one.
Yeah. Oh,
My
we're
doctor.
gonna love this one.
Never have an empty glass in front of you.
Never have an empty glass.
My doctor says I should never have an empty glass, is what I would tell the waitress. So we were celebrating. It was...
It's all this celebrating.
Exactly. Your wife's fucking head was cut off.
It's probably,
By you.
Yeah, years and years later, I'm still celebrating that I didn't go to jail for murder.
Yeah.
I'd be celebrating like that, too. Think about it.
That is
Every
true.
day you'd wake up, woohoo, it's time to celebrate.
I have headphones on. I'd be like, what is Jim listening to? That Cool and the Gang song again. All he does.
And he was waiting for the laugh there. He thought his joke was going to kill. And then he goes, well, anyway.
Anyway.
Is that his lawyer?
Yeah.
It is, because she kind of laughed at it.
Yes, it's his lawyer question.
She kind of chuckled like, oh, OJ.
We were celebrating. It was, we were all celebrating.
Okay. Do you recall a point in the post transcript where it says, I had 4 already?
Yeah.
Did you think that was you that said that?
I know I had 4.
Okay. So by home in the afternoon, you probably already had 4?
Oh, yeah. I mean, counting the Bloody Marys at breakfast, yes.
Okay. So you're at the pool and you're talking to people?
Yes.
Okay. And are you telling everybody about the plan as we heard yesterday?
Well, I don't think I really started talking about that until Ricio showed up.
Okay.
And once he showed up,
oh boy,
everybody I introduced him to, I told them why he was there.
All right.
And that was not only
it's like a
family,
bumbling
wedding people,
crime comedy,
strangers,
starring
virtually the waiter, virtually everybody, or the bartender, I should say, outside bartender, virtually everyone who was there.
They all heard his plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was going around telling everyone.
Keep it on the QT.
Bartender,
we're going to go rob these motherfuckers.
Remember how I got away with murder?
Waitress, towel boy. The towel boy needs to know that I'm going to go in there armed and get my shit back.
Wait till you hear this one.
Yeah, come here. Bring me another drink. My glass is empty. You know, did I tell you the one about my doctor?
Yeah, my wife's doctor told her to always keep her head on her shoulders, but she didn't listen.
We got to get him out of prison. The world needs O.J. Simpson.
Yes, please.
We haven't heard him talk in years.
This is great. Forget how funny he
We
is.
need him.
Barkeep, after all that murder bullshit, I'm about to go rob some
people. I'm improving.
Just amazing.
I could see in the bathroom there was a lot of stuff, and then I could see the bed almost immediately. And I turned to Cashmore and Early and said, "Don't let anybody out of here." And I walked in, and I was kind of stunned because I was looking at stuff that I hadn't seen in 10 years.
Your wife?
When you're saying, you've heard on the audio tape, you saying repeatedly, "Don't let anybody out of here."
Yes.
Why are you saying that?
Because these guys are in here with my stuff. I don't want them to leave because if they don't volunteer to me, I want them around.
Says O.J. Simpson cracking jokes during testimony.
Yeah, squeezing out a few laughs is the headline.
I got 1,000,000 of them.
Yeah, you're going to love this one. My doctor.
Oh, he's the
By the
best.
way, is that really a
the best.
defense, not knowing a gun? The guy, what's his name, the actor who's in jail because an undercover cop was murdered during that robbery. He might not have known that the guy had a gun. Too bad.
Right.
You're involved with a robbery and someone has a gun, that's the price you pay.
Yep.
I just think they give him a new trial. I really do.
I don't know.
They got him for 4 years so far. 4 or 5 years in the joint, right?
I want them to leave because if they don't volunteer to me, I want them arrested. And when I said these guys, I wasn't talking about those 2 guys. I was a little concerned with. I didn't know Cashmore, and I didn't really trust Walter.
Okay. So you're saying don't let anybody out here. You're looking at your stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking, and I'm inhaling. You look at this stuff. Some of this stuff I honestly didn't even know was gone. I had forgotten about. So
like what, for instance?
An All-American certificate. And as far as I knew, it was I had it framed. Bob Hope had given it to me, for Kodak, and I had presented one, as he said, to J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
I mean, these are things that, you live with them in your house on the wall, you forget them. You don't see them, it's wallpaper. And these are things I hadn't seen in 10 years, and I was a little emotional about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Emotional about that.
Yeah, but you do see someone with your shit.
Sure.
The fuck, Jimmy? You'd be out of your mind if you went somewhere and saw somebody had your shit.
I would be. However, if instead of being there, I should be in jail for almost cutting my wife's head off, I'd probably handle it better.
And he got emotional on the stand talking about his stuff.
Right.
We never saw him get emotional in his murder trial about his dead, fucking, almost decapitated wife.
Right.
I get a little choked up about this.
Yeah. My certificate.
Hey, Juice, here's a certificate I got you, you murderer. I gotta tell you. Bob Hope gave me that. Poor OJ.
Does he talk more today? Or is this it?
No, I think he does because he hasn't been cross-examined.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, boy, that should be good.
Yeah.
More conflict.
That should be fun.
Yeah, the other lawyer was piping up the whole time he was talking. You know, like he was in that one clip.
Yeah.
He was doing it the whole time.
Well, aren't conversations that aren't recorded all hearsay? Like if I say that you and I had a talk, it's all hearsay. You can't prove that.
Right.
I think first person, they take that a little more to heart than
maybe, okay.
when you and if you can get a corroborating witness.
Right.